Lesson 12, I will recognize and draw lines of symmetry. So let's practice a little bit more using our problem set. So it says, circle the figures that have a correct line of symmetry drawn. So take a look at those and I want you to just try to go ahead and do these first 4 problems by yourself. Circle any of them that you feel like have a correct line of symmetry and then come back. If you got it wrong, that's okay, just erase it and fix it. Okay? All right, well, A has a line of symmetry. And B almost doesn't look like it does, but if you turned it upside down, you would see that this actually does have a line of symmetry. It's not perfect. Well, actually, I think it is kind of, it is a little crooked, but I think it's meant to be straight. Right? This one does not have a line of symmetry, and this does have a line of symmetry. Now, number 2 says, find and draw all lines of symmetry for the following figures. Write the number of lines of symmetry that you found in the blank underneath the shape. So why don't you go ahead and just try to draw all the line of symmetry and then come back and check with me. Again, if you get it wrong, it's okay. You can just erase it and fix it. All right, so for this is a trapezoid. And a trapezoid only has one line of symmetry. It has a vertical line of symmetry, so we'll say it has 1. This is a square. So this square has symmetry from corner to corner, but it also has symmetry going right straight through the middle like this way too. So a square actually has 4 lines of symmetry. Now this figure, because it has this slant on this side and it doesn't match it on this side, it actually has 0 lines of symmetry. All right, let's take a look at the rest of these. So go ahead and do the exact same thing with D through I, drawing all the lines of symmetry, and then come back and we'll check. All right, so let's take a look at D. Okay, this is a 6-sided figure. Do you know what a 6-sided figure is called? It's called a hexagon, and actually it looks like the yellow pattern block, that if you remember from pattern blocks. So we can go from diagonal to diagonal. No, these aren't perfect. But it actually has some more, and I'm actually going to use my straight line here so that they look a little bit better here. Okay, so we're going to use the straight line here, and you can actually go down the middle, kind of like the square, how you can go diagonal, but you can also go through the center. And if you counted these, all the lines that you drew, you don't want to count the same line twice, but you could say, all right, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then from here that you've already counted all these lines. So it has 6 lines of symmetry. All right, this little figure that either looks like a pizza or Pac-Man has 1 line of symmetry. And this sometimes tricks kids, but if you'll notice, this is not a line of symmetry. You may have thought that it was, but if you look, this side does not match up perfectly with this side. So it actually has 0 lines of symmetry. And then this raindrop has 1 line of symmetry. And then this figure, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a hexagon too. It only has 1 line of symmetry. And then when you look at this X or square, or not square, this X or this plus sign, it has several. So I'm going to use a straight line here. Okay, so you can go through the corners like this. So you have 2, and then you can go 3, 4. All right, so it has 4 lines of symmetry. All right, now we're going to do this where we complete the other half like we did in our activity set. So again, you can go ahead and try to do this by yourself. All you have to do is count the squares and then come back and you can do it with me. If you get stuck, you can always press play. All right, so I'm just going to use my pen this time. All right, so I'm going to go, it goes 3 that way. So I'm going to go 3 this way. Oops. And then I'm going to go straight down. And I'm going to come back and meet it. So this one's kind of easy. All right, so this one I'm going to go 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. And just be sure to use the graph paper to help guide you. And then you go 3 over, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go back towards a line of symmetry. I'm going to go 2 spaces back towards a line of symmetry. And then you go over 3. And you go away from the line of symmetry 1. And you go over. And then you match it up. Okay? All right, let's try these last 2. So this one you can see it goes across 1, 2, 3. So it goes over 3 from this point right here. So if I go over 3, then I have to connect this to this, and then I can come right straight down here. Looks like a kite, doesn't it? All right, same thing with this one. It's going over 3 right here, and then it's connecting. And then here it's going over 3 and connecting, and then connect this. So as you can see, mine's not perfect, and yours probably won't be perfect either. All right, I want you to take a look at the very last problem here, and I want you to think about it. The figure below is a circle. How many lines of symmetry does the figure have? So think about the circle. If you cut out that circle and you folded it in half, where would the line of symmetry be? Think about that for a minute. Well, if I went to try to draw the lines of symmetry, okay, well, this is a line of symmetry, and 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 this is a line of symmetry. What would happen? Could you ever draw all of the lines of symmetry? As long as you went through the middle of the circle, it would be a line of symmetry. You could never count all the lines of symmetry. So do you know what that word is that you call something that you can never count all of them? You call, in math, you use the word infinite. So how many lines of symmetry does this figure have? A circle has an infinite number of lines of symmetry, and it says to explain, so I'm going to say because every line that goes through the center of the circle is a line of symmetry. All right, so I hope that this helps you with symmetry. If you ever get stuck and you're not sure whether or not something has a line of symmetry, you can always cut out that figure and attempt to fold it. That's a good way to see whether or not it has a line of symmetry.